Welcome back to the Observatory of the Stars, the archive of hidden truths, and the only sanctuary on the digital landscape where we do not simply consume the news, we dissect the soul of the industry. You are watching Mr. Magazine, and if you are here today, it is because you have felt the tremors. We live in an ecosystem of constant noise, where every celebrity breakfast is live-streamed and every breakup is monetized. But what happens when the silence speaks louder than the shout? What happens when we realize that the figures we thought we knew have been walking among us with secrets so profound, they rewrite the entire script of their public lives? Today, we are turning our analytical lens toward a phenomenon that has left the Turkish entertainment world in a state of suspended animation. We are talking about the enigma that is Barış Baktaş and the radiant mystery that is Yağmur Yüksel. Just when we thought we had mapped the contours of their stardom, a revelation has emerged from the shadows, a whisper about a true name, a Yıldırım, and a marriage that has flourished in the dark, away from the prying eyes of the paparazzi. Before we descend into this labyrinth of identity and romance, I must ask you to solidify your alliance with the truth. If you value depth over clickbait, destroy that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss a revelation. And for the true connoisseurs of celebrity analysis, those of you who wish to keep independent journalism alive, the join button is waiting for your pledge. Your support is the foundation upon which Mr. Magazine stands. Do not forget to hit the like button right now to help this video find its way to every fan who needs to hear this story. Are you ready? Let us step into the secret world of the Yıldırıms. In the theater of fame, a name is never just a collection of letters. It is a brand, a shield, and sometimes, a mask. For years, the audience has chanted the name Barış Baktaş, associating it with a specific brand of charisma, talent, and on-screen intensity. It was the name on the posters, the name in the credits, the name in the hashtags. However, recent developments have peeled back a layer of this carefully constructed persona to reveal something far more personal, and perhaps, far more real. The revelation that his legal surname is allegedly Yıldırım operates on a psychological level that goes beyond a simple clerical detail. In the Turkish cultural context, a surname carries the weight of lineage, of history, and of family honor. By performing under Baktaş but living as Yıldırım, Barış has effectively created a bifurcation of the self. There is the public avatar, the star who belongs to the fans, and the private man, the Yıldırım who belongs only to himself and his loved ones. This disclosure, which arrived not with a bang but with the quiet inevitability of a rising tide, has sent shockwaves through the fan base. It forces us to re-evaluate every interaction we have seen. It suggests that while we were watching the performance, he was protecting the person. It is a masterstroke of boundary setting. By keeping his true name tucked away in his official documents, he kept a piece of his soul untouched by the marketplace of fame. It raises a fascinating question about authenticity. Is the man we see on screen less real because of the name change, or is he more real because he has fought to keep his true identity sanctuary? I want to pause here and ask you, the philosophers of the Mr. Magazine community, how much of a celebrity do we actually own? Does knowing his real surname change how you view his past performances? I am incredibly curious to hear your theories on the psychology of stage names. Please, share your deepest thoughts in the comments below. If the name change was the tremor, the implication of a secret marriage was the earthquake. Intertwined with the narrative of the Yıldırım identity is the powerful suggestion that Barış Baktaş and Yağmur Yüksel have been legally and spiritually bound for far longer than the public ever suspected. We are not talking about a recent elopement. We are discussing a foundational relationship that has existed in the background, invisible to the naked eye but essential to the structure of their lives. In an era where weddings are often sponsored events, designed for Instagram engagement and magazine spreads, the idea that two rising stars could tie the knot in absolute secrecy is almost revolutionary. It speaks to a level of discipline and mutual respect that is rare in the industry. Imagine the logistics required to pull this off. The careful curation of social media posts, the strategic silence during interviews, the coordination with friends and family to keep the circle tight. It is a feat of counterintelligence worthy of a spy novel. This hidden vows narrative transforms their story from a typical celebrity romance into a modern legend. It suggests that their union was not a performative act for the audience, but a sacred covenant between two souls. They did not need the validation of likes. They only needed the validation of each other. By removing the cameras from their marriage, they removed the pressure to perform happiness. They simply were happy. This distinction is crucial. It separates the content couples from the life partners. Naturally, once the dam broke, the floodwaters of investigation swept across the internet. The fan community, often underestimated in their investigative prowess, instantly transformed into digital archaeologists. They began to sift through the strata of the past years of photos, videos, and interviews, looking for the artifacts of this hidden truth. And what they found was a tapestry of clues that had been hiding in plain sight. The Sherlock Holmes energy on social media has been palpable. Fans are zooming in on the reflections in sunglasses from 2023, spotting a silhouette that looks suspiciously like a spouse. They are analyzing the jewelry worn in candid shots. Was that a ring on a chain? Was that a matching watch that appeared on both wrists at different times? They are re-watching interviews where the duo exchanged glances that, at the time, seemed like chemistry, but now look like a private language. There is a profound sense of validation in this retrospective analysis. The audience realizes that the vibes they felt were not imaginary. The comfort, the ease, the unspoken communication, it was all rooted in the stability of a marriage. The Yildirim revelation acted as the Rosetta Stone, decoding years of behavior that now makes perfect sense. It turns the fanbase into co-conspirators who are finally in on the secret. We must not let the shadow of Boris's surname overshadow the brilliance of Yağmur Yüksel in this narrative. If Boris is the shield, Yağmur is the anchor. Her role in this intricate dance of privacy cannot be overstated. For a young actress to navigate the pressures of fame while guarding such a monumental secret requires a spine of steel and a heart of immense capacity. Yağmur is celebrated for her poise, her grace, and her refusal to be drawn into the toxicity of tabloid culture. This revelation casts her in an even more impressive light. It positions her not just as a partner, but as an equal architect of their shared reality. She chose to prioritize the sanctity of her home over the transient applause of the red carpet. Whether she privately adopted the name Yildirim or kept her own is a mere footnote. The real story is her autonomy. She represents a new archetype of the modern celebrity partner, the woman who does not need to be validated by the public acknowledgement of her relationship to feel secure in it. Her confidence speaks volumes. She didn't need the world to know she was his wife because she knew it, and he knew it. That was enough. In a world of pick-me energy, Yağmur's I Choose Us energy is a breath of fresh air. We are diving deep into the architecture of privacy today. If you are enjoying this level of analysis, please remember that you can support the channel directly. By clicking the Join button, you become a producer of this content, ensuring that we can continue to bring you these high-quality narratives. And of course, checking that you are subscribed helps our community grow stronger every day. Why has this news been met with such tenderness rather than outrage? Usually, when celebrities hide things, the public feels betrayed. Why did they lie to us, is the common refrain. Yet, in the case of Boris and Yağmur, the reaction has been a communal smile, a collective nod of respect. This is because the public recognizes this not as a deception, but as a boundary. In a world where we feel entitled to know everything about everyone, Boris and Yağmur reclaimed their agency. They reminded us that they are employees of the public only when the camera is rolling. The moment the director yells cut, they are sovereign citizens of their own lives. That Yildirim identity is symbolic of this sovereignty. It is the secret garden that they watered and tended to while the world looked elsewhere. Fans are applauding because they see a reflection of what we all desire, a space that is ours and ours alone. We are tired of the commodification of love. We are tired of relationships that feel like PR stunts. To discover that something real survived in the harsh climate of the industry gives us hope. It proves that love can still be sacred. As we move forward, the name Yildirim will likely become a part of the folklore surrounding Boris Baktaş. It adds a textured layer to his legend. He is no longer just the handsome lead, he is the man with the secret identity, the man who lives a double life not for nefarious reasons, but for romantic ones. This duality, Baktas on stage, Yildirim at home, frames his career as a deliberate choice. It shows that he is in control. He is not a victim of fame, he is a manager of it. He decides what we see. He decides what we know. And for Yağmur, being the keeper of that Yildirim secret elevates her to the status of a confidant, a partner in crime in the best possible way. The uncertainty that still lingers, the lack of a marriage certificate on Instagram, the absence of wedding photos, is part of the magic. If they were to release a documentary tomorrow explaining everything, the spell might break. The not knowing creates a vacuum that is filled with admiration. We respect the silence because the silence is where the truth lives. As we conclude this extensive investigation into the secret world of Barış Baktaş and Yağmur Yüksel, we are left with a profound sense of gratitude. They have given the industry a masterclass in dignity. They have shown us that you can be famous without being consumed. You can be loved by millions, but belong to only one. The name on the screen may say Barış Baktaş, but the heart beating underneath belongs to a Yildirim. And walking beside him, in the quiet confidence of a shared truth, is Yağmur. They have won the game of fame by refusing to play by its rules. Now, I turn the microphone over to you, the brilliant audience of Mr. Magazine. Do you think they will ever release the wedding photos? Or should they keep it a secret forever? How does the name Yildirim change your perception of Barış? Let me know in the comments below, I read every single one of them. Please, do not forget to like this video if you appreciated the effort behind this script. Subscribe to Mr. Magazine to ensure you never miss the truth, and consider hitting the join button to support independent, high-quality celebrity journalism. Until the next revelation, keep your eyes open, respect the boundaries, and remember, the best stories are the ones that happen off camera. This is Mr. Magazine, signing off.